Howdy, gamers. Welcome to another edition of What You May Have Missed. We're going to start episode 13 here. The little trip through the wild, wild wastelands. So with that said, hit your Brahmin up. Pack your plasma rifles. And hopefully Lady Luck will be at your side by the tables. That's right, gamers. Today, we're going to be running through Fallout New Vegas. So, before we begin, let me slip into something a little more comfortable, such as my normal voice. So, we are playing Fallout New Vegas this week. Now, unlike the original version that was made by Interplay Studios, this is what was made by Bethesda. When Interplay went out of business, Bethesda decided to make Fallout the first person. I had my doubts. I had fears. But it turned out for the good. Now this game goes by the old system. I don't really like the new system with all the cards and whatnot. It's fucking confusing. Excuse my French. Securitrons, beyond I can see. Yeah, they don't like raiders in New Vegas. But they really don't like Caesar's Legion. But here's where we come in. We're the courier. And right now,
war.
We just got
War
ambushed.
never changes. When atomic fire consumed the earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam.
Caesar, why do they call him Caesar? Doesn't make any sense.
The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
This is the main douchebag we're going to be looking for.
Cash out.
His name's
Get it
Benny.
over with.
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene.
Dang, jacked
Where
up for
you're
doing your
kneeling
job.
must seem like an 18-carat
That
run of
sucks.
bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Well, that was fun. We start off dead. Or do we?
You're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
Let's see here. I'm just going to go with a few initials here.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Goodsprings. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
So, of course, you have your standard character creation, which I'm going to go ahead and work this. But by the time you guys see it, I'll already have the character ready, so we'll be back in a moment here.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet.
Now that we've done that part,
Why don't you walk down to the
we
end of the
have
room,
to go through
over
the
by
basic
that big
stuff.
tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
This,
Looking good so far.
the vigor testing machine, is actually where you set
We'll learn right
all
quick
your
if you get
stats.
back all your faculties.
There we go. Let's see. So you get a few extra points to put on every stat. Like any game. So let's see here. I'd rather a few from charisma, maybe some from strength too, because normally use strength for melee. But I'm going to be gun-toting like crazy here. There we go. Your intelligence. I like a little bit of intelligence to do with it. There's some perception also. Now all the perks you get depends on your stats here. Don't worry, when you reach certain levels, you'll get another point to put in your stats. At least I think you can in this game. I can't remember, but I know in previous games you could do that. Much like an AD&D game or something like that. Oops. Okay.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard score there, but after what you've been through, I'd say that's great news. Well, we know your vitals are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a bighorn are dropping. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking.
So this,
All right.
I believe,
I'm
checks
gonna say
your
a
perks.
word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog. House. Night. Bandit. Light. Mother. Okay. Now, I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
Let's see here.
I ain't given to relying on others for support. I'm always fixin' to be the center of attention.
Now I'm doing no
I'm
no
slow
opinion
to
on these for a
embrace new
reason.
ideas. I charge in to deal with my problems head on. Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see. Okay. How about this one? Last one.
Really looks like a bunch of it's like two twins or something. Anyways.
Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
Now that's what kind of makes this seem pointless. All that is basically for your stats. Well, it's skill stats, that is. Trying to see one here. Yeah, let's do that.
Before I turn you loose,
Don't
I need
judge
one
me.
more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
So these are our traits. And we can pick up to 2 to start with. And as we level up, we get more. Hmm. We'll take that one. Yeah, why the heck not?
All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
Well, before we do that, always remember, take whatever you can find from Doc Mitchell's house. And don't worry, you can take anything you want from Doc Mitchell's house. Other places, if you get caught, that's stealing, and they'll probably want to kill you. Looking for everything we can that will help you.
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway. Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
No promises. Let's see. Ah. I did not know they did this. Wow. So they're just basically trying to make this look like Fallout 76. Which is kind of boring. Good. Good on time. I like that. So, of course, we are now out in the desert. Quest comes up on the side here. Of course, we have the Pip-Boy now. So with the Pip-Boy, we can see our stats, specials. So go back over our perks. Go back over our skills and perks. In general. Oh, if you want to view your other things, weapons fall into the weapon skill category depending on how much effective the weapon is. I'll just let that sit for a minute. And there we go. Anything, you can always pause the video and read that if you like. So Carol. This is where your armor will come in. Now, unlike Fallout 76, you don't construct your armor in this game. You find it, in whatever condition it is, and you equip it. So, no having to build parts of armor. Very annoying. This is where your aid stuff is. Stamp packs, Radaway, Medics, all that good stuff. But also, this is where your drug bads. This is where your this is where your bad drugs go, such as your jet, your shoot. I forgot the rest of them. I forgot what the rest of them are called. I have not played this in a minute. Actually, I haven't played anything Fallout in a good minute. Alrighty, I'm gonna leave here. You see we have our equipped weapon. So we're gonna head into the Prospector Saloon here, if I remember correctly. Yes.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to. Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
Alright. This is basically a small weapons tutorial here. I just do this because I think it lands me another weapon if I remember correctly. There she is.
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them.
Okay, so we already have this rifle equipped. Let's see, that is L2, switch view. There we go. And like I said, this game became a first person at around Fallout 3. Interplay Studios have went out of business, and the rights to Fallout was sold to Bethesda. So they decided, let's make it a first person.
That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along? Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
Now, what was the run button? I completely forgot. Oh, that's VTS. Nope, we don't want that. No, fire. Oh. Sorry, folks. Give me just a moment. I've completely forgotten how to do this. It's been a minute. My wife and me were like making characters like crazy on this game.
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way.
Right, so this is where we start crouching. Now this...
Okay, you're on. Go give
got
them hell.
detection, not detection. Before I start shooting. Like I was mumbling though, when you are crouched, you are in sneaking mode. So basically, you can pickpocket, you can sneak up on enemies if you are not detected. And undetected sneak damage is twice as much. Twice as much. There we go. This is what they call the VATS. This is one thing that has never left the game since Fallout 1. I don't like those numbers. Now that, of course, shows percentages of limbs on your opponents. If you can damage limbs, then you can disable your opponent in ways. Uh-oh. And that's not good. That's not good. It's getting a good sight on me. So we will make one shot. Now each shot in this requires an action point. Which is why I was trying to get closer so I can get a better percentage on it. So let's see how bad we do. Ooh! Well, that's no FPS Doug right there. Uh-oh, that's bad. We're spotted.
Oh, that's it.
Now you can take... Wow.
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me. Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me.
Headshot! Oh dang, that one was already dead. That's not what I was looking for. That's my flashlight.
Oh, that's it.
Huh. Actually, I want to pick up stuff like this. Because, like any game, there's crafting. Poor person. We couldn't save him in time.
Ah, hell's bells. There's not a day passes by I don't tell people not to come here by themselves. Some people, your word just isn't good enough for them. Then this happens. Well, it's a part of life out here. Best to accept it. But you did what you promised, staying out here with me. Here's my end of the deal. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested? All right then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
Which one am I looking at? Yep. One more way here. Just had to make sure of that. I can't remember. I don't know. Oops. Oh my goodness. These things just want to get up in my face. got the AP. Yes, I got the AP. Let's hit him. There. Much more simpler. Ooh. Well, that sucks. We don't have the skill to open this. Bobby pins. These are always useful. Alright, let's go down here. Maybe we should stop kicking shit. Uh-oh. And our weapon is getting in bad condition here. So we're gonna have to switch guns before we break it. So we got the 9mm here. Scary. Don't like rad scorpions. Uh-oh. That's not good. Bloat flies. I really don't like these things. Freaking disgusting. Ooh, if you're looking at these numbers, folks, we have no chance at this. Alright. Well, with that, we're cleared. Ain't that an interesting something? Keep in mind, you can eat in this game to recover health. Unlike Fallout 76, where you have to eat to keep yourself healthy. I think I'll leave this, bent tin cans. Yeah, so that's what we need. Any more? So it was a long search, people, but we have what we need, and now we are going to learn how to make healing powder.
Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. Alright now, we're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try.
And this is where I said we will be doing crafting. So, make sure you have the items you need. In this case, healing powder. Need a brock flower, xander root, and voila. Oh, wait. Wrong button. Wrong game, wrong button. Set that. Quantity you want made, and X.
Hey, that's not bad,
And
see?
there we go.
All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
So, that was the tutorial quest. Very easy. Very easy. You shouldn't die from that. Now, keep in mind, we could have fast traveled, but for the sake of the video, I'm just going to walk it for right now.
I'm done being nice. If you don't
Oh,
hand
what's
Ringo
going on
over
here?
soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not gonna buy something, get out.
What the hell is your problem?
He went running, didn't he?
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon. Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him.
So this is one thing about this game. You could either take on this quest or you could say, hey, this is not my business, and roll on with whatever you're doing. Just keep in mind, whatever you decide affects everything around you. So if you probably saw on the map, right now this town says neutral. It's how this town sees you. So basically, they're just like, yeah, do whatever you need to, but we don't include us. But if you change that, then they'll be singing a different tune.
He's
We'll
holed
just
up
do a
at the
little bit here.
abandoned gas station up the hill.
Like this, for instance.
You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants. Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him.
Who are these powder gangers?
Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. It was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now.
So,
Alright.
let's go see Ringo. Oh, and this is about our main quest right here. We are going to track down Benny no matter where he is. Because he robbed from us, he hurt us. And we must hurt him back.
Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor by accident, and it hasn't been working since. They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back. That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know. I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up. Be careful out there.
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! We ain't trying to shoot.
Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. What say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan? You know how to play?
Don't know how to play Caravan. I honestly don't know how to play Caravan.
Yeah. He doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight. My Caravan was on the return trip from California and heading back to the company branch in New Vegas when we got jumped. Not even a drop your weapons and hands up before the bullets started flying. We put up a good fight, but there was too many of them. I took a few of the bandits down before I ran, so I figure their friends are out for revenge. I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own.
And it's here where you can make a choice to help him, or you can say, screw that, you're on your own. But it's also here I'm gonna let this end. I'm gonna let this end. Because frankly, this part is all entirely up to you, the player. So, that said, I'm going to leave this game now. I don't want to do that. But stay tuned for my next video, folks. Because surprisingly, I'll have a guest doing that one. Hope you enjoyed this. You know the deal. Drop me a like, drop me a comment, drop me a request so I can actually try something else. And as usual, folks, until next time, gamers.